Hello, it's Ruby, and today I am going to be showing you a Victorian morning routine. So the morning starts at 7:30 a.m. A Victorian upper-class woman would have been woken by her lady's maid. When I actually tried following this morning routine, that obviously didn't happen, but for the purposes of this video, my mum has stepped in and pretended to be a lady's maid, just so you get a better idea of what this would have looked like. So you might be wondering why this window has been left open overnight when it's winter. That's because Dr. Henry Chavez taught that it was madness to sleep in a room without ventilation. As a result, people would always sleep with their windows open. So if it was too cold, you could put a bowl of water in the room instead, and it was thought that the water would absorb all of the bad toxins in the air. So first things first, it is time for tea. Tea would be brought up by a lady's maid. Tea was an essential part of the morning, so not much has changed apparently. So I drank this tea in bed and I really enjoyed drinking it whilst waking up to the morning light. It was such a massive treat and I kind of wish I could do this every day. It's now time to get ready. It was very unusual for women, even women in higher classes, to have baths. Men and children would bathe, but women tended to have a stand-up wash still in their night dresses in the mornings when they woke up. Some people used cold water because they thought it would improve circulation, but I used warm because it is January and very cold. The funny thing actually, if you wanted to use soap, you had to use hot water because Victorian soap wouldn't lather in cold water. Soap was still quite expensive and not everyone could access it, but the Industrial Revolution made soap cheaper and more accessible, with soap brands like Pears coming about. You would dry with a flannel and then put on powder from a powder puff, which would also be used as a deodorant. Then it's time to get dressed. Victorian ladies would be dressed by their ladies' maids, but I obviously didn't do that. After getting dressed, there is more getting ready, so going back over to my desk where I've got the wash basin set up. A really key part of a Victorian woman's morning routine was caring for her hands, which I found really quite funny when I was researching this. So the first thing is to put your hands in a bowl of warm water for a few minutes to soften the nails, and this actually feels so nice. Next, she would rub lemon into her nails to bleach them for a few minutes. Then she would trim and file her nails. Then for 5 minutes on each hand, according to Ruth Goodman, she would polish the nails. That is a long time polishing your nails. And finally, she would rub some hand cream into her nails. Some of these rules were outlined in the Ladies' Everyday Book, and it's really fascinating to think that rituals like this were so commonplace. Perfect nails and very pale hands were very fashionable in the Victorian period because it was a sign that somebody hadn't worked. So the face would be washed with lemon to remove blemishes. That was kind of the most popular face treatment. I really didn't like doing this, I've got to say. It made my skin feel very sticky. Next for hair, at the start of the 19th century, people didn't actually wash their hair. Instead, they would put a towel around their shoulders, as you can see me doing here, and use a comb to brush out the dirt. This felt very strange to do and definitely not like I was actually cleaning my hair, and it also took ages to brush out my hair with a comb because it's quite long. Then finally I put on some bergamot essential oil. This alongside lemon was a really popular scent in the period. So next I headed downstairs. In a Victorian upper-class house, servants could wake up as early as 5 a.m. and light the fires. This was so the house would be warm for when the family woke up, but you can see that there is such a massive disparity in terms of waking times with Victorian people. A really key part of a Victorian morning, I learnt, was family morning prayers. So Ruth Goodman says that this would have been at about 8:30 a.m. and this was really key for Christian families and served to unite them closer.
Breakfast then.
Then next on to breakfast. So cook, aka me, prepared some porridge, which was a common breakfast food. And this would be enjoyed with tea or hot chocolate actually. I went for tea because I do love tea, but I love that hot chocolate was the staple drink to have with breakfast. Mum and I had breakfast together and set the table especially because breakfast was an event, it was quite formal, and I actually really enjoyed treating breakfast as something slightly more formal because usually I eat it by myself. So then after breakfast, girls were encouraged to practice calisthenics. Girls were encouraged to dress up in white cotton with a skirt, long kind of bloomer trousers underneath and a pretty sash. I didn't have what they recommended exactly, but I improvised with what I had. This was a form of exercise recommended for women because it could be done from home. It was thought to improve posture and strengthen the lungs, meaning girls could fight off respiratory diseases. I found it was quite similar to the arm exercises I do in ballet fit classes, but it definitely didn't increase my heart rate, and I can't imagine this being my main form of exercise, but it was good fun to try. Thank you so much for watching today's video. It was one that I loved filming. I've been planning on doing it for about a year and I'm so glad I finally got around to filming it. Let me know if you want me to do a Victorian evening routine too, because I'd love to do that. And I'm also planning on filming a working class Victorian morning routine because daily life in the Victorian period differed so much over the population. The class divide was staggering. To give you an idea, in 1895, 86.9% of the population in London was poor or working class. 10.7% were middle class, 2.2% were rich, and 1% were millionaires. That is a massive wealth divide. And it means that daily experiences in the Victorian period differed so much. I'm really aware that in this video I have glamorized Victorian life when actually there was so much wrong in the period, and there are things I love about the Victorian period. I love the literature that came out of it, the architecture, Victorian furniture, and I love the etiquette. I think it's so interesting. But there were massive systematic problems in Victorian England. You know, women didn't have the right to vote. Men who were working class didn't have the right to vote until the Reform Act. There were so many problems, and it's so important to be aware of that when you're looking at the Victorian period because it's so easy to glamorize it when you just look at a cross section. So I really want to try recreating a working class morning routine too, just to kind of show you how different they are. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope that you have a productive week. So nice, I really like that.